And we're live. Here we are, episode 17. How is everybody doing out there? Happy Thanksgiving. And what an episode this will be. We're live at home, and we have some very special owners in studio to record episode 17. And without further ado, let me bring in the owner of Nellie's Nipples. He's struggling right now. He challenges me this week, but let's bring him in, Johnny Kroll. Johnny Kroll.
Thanks, God, for having me, Dave.
In studio. You're welcome, John. Thanks. Welcome. Let's sit in that crowd. And before we get started, we have a couple sponsors. The first sponsor, John, for episode 17, and they reached out to me and they knew I'd like to have a beverage or two for Thanksgiving. Duckhorn Vineyards out of Napa, California. Phenomenal red wine. This is a cab, and I'm going to pour it, Johnny, and then we'll get going into episode 17. We have two sponsors for this episode. Duckhorn Vineyards is our first sponsor. And our second sponsor, John, I will tell you right now. One second, producer. I'll tell you right now. Thanksgiving's great.
It is.
I love Thanksgiving. Great holiday. You see everybody. It's aggravating a little bit, but it's fun. You get tired. You fall asleep, take a nap. You get up and you have a sandwich. What I did today is I made another turkey at the house.
Did you?
And I put my gravy and my stuffing from yesterday, which I think was the best that we saw.
Agreed.
And what I do is I have the ingredients, but our second sponsor had sent us a case of these things. Thank you. My producer hands me our second sponsor, King Hawaiian Rolls. So what I did, John, with a King Hawaiian roll, these little bastards are delicious.
Yeah, they are.
What I did was I took some of my, let me put that up for the camera for us. Can you get
beautiful.
a shot of that, guys?
Yep, let me see.
So you're going to get, I got some of my stuffing. I warmed up my gravy from yesterday, some turkey, and then I put it on a King Hawaiian roll. I don't know if these are minis, John, but they're delicious.
No, that's the classic King Hawaiian
I'm
roll.
going to take it. But John, I made one for you, John, as a guest of the show.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let me try these.
Oh,
Let's see.
oh, my God.
Thank you. Longtime fan of these. Glad to be working together.
Great to be here, John. Thanks, Nellie. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. That's delicious. King Hawaiian rolls and Duckhorn Vineyards.
Wow,
episode 17.
That is beautiful.
Okay. No. And John, let me get right into it.
Does that pair well with the duckhorn before we start?
Oh, you're going to go with turkey, or any poultry is going to pair well with this Duckhorn Vineyard.
Great.
Oh, our producer's going to finish off what we left of those Hawaiian rolls. There he goes. He's in. Yeah, you go.
Okay.
All right. So, John,
Let's do it.
let's get into episode 17. And I have said it before, and I will say it again, and I'll say it every week until I hold that beautiful trophy in my arms, like holding a little baby in my arms. If my mind can conceive it, if my heart can believe it, then I can achieve it. The great one, Muhammad Ali. I quoted that last 2 episodes ago when I was down and out. I thought I was going to lose the last 4 games. And what's happened, John, since I took on that mantra, my team took on that mantra, I've won 6 straight games.
Wow.
I'm on the precipice of the 1 seed. Ryan's going to lose again this week to, who does he play? I think he plays Andy. He plays Andy, and he's in trouble already. John, I play Nellie's Nipples, and you're falling apart. So I'm going to continue to say that mantra from the great one, Muhammad Ali.
I wouldn't say falling apart, but we'll get into it.
We're going to get into that, John. Week 12's in the books, and what a week it was, John. Additional teams officially out, right? One more team hanging on by a thread. A week, and now I'm going to go on a little bit of a tirade, John.
Okay,
And I'm going to ask you to just sit tight, and then I'm going to want your thoughts on this whole thing, right? So, one team's been out. 2 teams are out now officially, David and Maddie. But there's one team hanging on by a thread, a weak, hungover, confused thread again this year. He's lost 7 straight since he started out at 5-1. And I fear this young man will wake up a few weeks from now at 10:30, 11:30, or 1 o'clock on a Sunday, and he will weep for the season that he has wasted again and again and again. Wasted talent lost forever at the bottom of an empty bottle of Jameson, which sits at the foot of his bed, still in his wrinkled clothes from the day before last. And I'll quote one of the greats. The saddest thing in life is wasted talent and the choices that you make will shape your life forever. That is Mr. Robert De Niro from A Bronx Tale circa 1993. And it couldn't be more impactful, and it applies to, of course, we know who it applies to. Who are we talking about? Who do you think I'm talking about, John? Year after year, same thing. Starts out hot, falls apart after Halloween. Who am I talking about?
I would say that was Rick, a.k.a. Butt Stuff, Patrick Liam Conley Jr.
Of course, we know we're talking about Pat Jr. And I'll tell you one thing, and I'm going to confide in you. We were in the city we were hosting an event in the city for the show, and Pat Jr. happened to be there as one of the owners, one of the original owners, and we had a little one-on-one, Pat and I, a little heart-to-heart in New York City. We talked in depth about this year and what he might be thinking to change his often predictable past. He's thinking about taking on another owner, but I'm going to get into Pat a little later on in the show. But any thoughts on how Pat has wasted another season? Again, he's on the precipice of being eliminated from the playoffs again after starting 5-1.
Well, I don't really like to go quote presidents or things like that, but I think it was Thomas Jefferson maybe said there's three things that are inevitable in life: death, taxes, and something else. I forget the third, but this could relate to our situation.
He
now.
said two things are inevitable in life: death and
okay,
taxes.
well, I can add a third. It's death, taxes. Pat starting off hot, usually wins 4 or 5 out of his first 6, and then for some reason, whether it's interest, whether it's the liquor, whether it's personal problems, he always crumbles and fumbles and loses the last 7 games that he's out. It's every single year. Thank you.
Every year. Every year, and
he's done it again. That's delicious.
Well, they don't repeat on me, John. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah,
but every year it's the same thing with Pat Jr. We're going to get into that again when we get to his game. But let's go to Week 12 finals and league standings after Week 12. At the bottom again, we can get into that later as well. UG eliminated. He's 2-10. He's in last place this year, and I'll tell you, much to be discussed at the league meetings. Certainly. Is a change in the air for this team? I would think so.
I would hope.
Yeah. Do you think we vote on suspension, or do we demand that he has a co-owner next year? Because he's useless in this league. He's an easy win.
I wouldn't say I would give away my vote because we have a strict confidentiality policy in terms of voting and whatnot.
Yep.
But I don't think he's won more than 5 games in a season. And he's been in the league for, is this his 3rd year? Or is it 2 years?
This is his 3rd year.
3rd year. He hasn't had a winning season or even a 500 season.
John, episode 1, we went through his history. He started the season at 9-19.
This year.
He started at the beginning of this year. His historical record in this league was 9-19. He's 2-10. So now he is 11-29.
Yeah. I mean, those are numbers that you just can't sustain.
Any other coach would be fired.
We pride ourselves on being a competitive league, and we've expanded to make the league greater in a sense of more people.
Yeah.
And it makes it more competitive having a 10-man league. But we've had it in the past where owners come in and they can't handle it. I'll refer to Steven Crawl Jr. Or excuse me, Steven Crawl the fifth. Yeah. And so this is going to have to. It's looking more likely that this is going to be another Steven scenario.
Wow.
Unfortunately. And you could say the same. I know David doesn't get as much of the hype.
It's nowhere near.
But he also has never made the playoffs. It's more or less identical. If you go back to the records, they probably are 3 or 4 games apart, and I will die on that hill.
They're not.
They are.
Right? They're not. And I'll get into that in a second. Here's the difference between those two teams. And David Jr. eliminated this week.
Again.
Week 12. Again, Week 12. But guess what? David Jr.'s won 2 straight games. He's 4-8. He's competitive every week. He changes his lineup. He makes moves. Now, listen.
Uncle Gary makes moves as well, and they don't pan out. David makes moves, and they don't pan out either.
His lineups make no sense.
He's won 2 straight, and he's at 4-8 now. It's irrelevant.
I don't think the conversation's relevant for David. I don't. I'll argue that.
I'll agree to disagree with you on that.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The commissioner is not bringing that to a vote. I will bring Uncle Gary eliminated from this league to a vote.
Well, I would say you have...
And I don't think anyone would argue that.
I would say, as the kids say, you have to, quote, unquote, keep that same energy. if you're going to say that about Uncle Gary, you're going to have to say that about David, who has equally unimpressive
I'll tell you what I'll do.
history.
I'll tell you what I'll do. This is episode 17.
Okay.
Episode 18, I'm going to go through their history.
Okay.
Right? They're both eliminated this year. I'm going to go through their records.
I don't think David has made the playoffs.
That's not my point. That's not. Matty has a losing record in the regular season. You going to throw Matty out? He has a bad year. He's horrible this year.
Well, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but Matty is the current odds and odds favorite to win the next year.
There's no doubt about it.
Because when he goes 2-14, he wins the next year, and it's the same thing as Pat.
I know.
So
let's. I don't want to get stuck. We're going to deal with that. Let's deal with that next episode as we get into the playoffs.
Okay.
And now we know where the seedings are next week. It's really getting exciting. You're probably going to be the 6th seed because your team stinks. David Jr. goes to 4-8 with it destroyed Mikey. One of the best teams in the league. The guy who says he's the GOAT, he's not, but he says it. And again, not surprised, David Jr. continues to battle and play spoiler. He's eliminated, but he continues to show up, unlike some teams that don't even set their lineups. Don't even set their lineups.
Those two have nothing to do with each other.
Okay, so here. He beat Andy, one of the best teams in the league. He just clobbered Mikey 457 to 258. He has Matty, who he might beat. I think it's a close game, and he finishes against Pat Jr. If David ends up 6-8, we're not even going to talk about it. We'll say, hey, it's a decent year. He's a couple games from being in the playoffs.
But he was 2-8. So it doesn't matter if you win 4 straight and get to 6-8. That's like garbage time.
See, I think that's valuable that you're competing and you're trying to knock out people that are playing for or battling for a playoff.
Okay, understood.
So he has Matty finishes with Pat Jr. I have no doubt his team finishes one of the hottest teams in the league, and with respect of the other owners who frankly don't want him down the stretch, and that's a fact. You don't want to play David's team down the stretch. We got people coming into the studio. How you doing? We got our cooks here. They're coming in. You can come in. Come on, camera. Come on. We're on the middle of an episode. This is Nicky P. He's our chef for tomorrow. Nick, come say hi.
How you doing, everybody?
So Nick's cooking the pig tomorrow.
Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure. Well, don't get too comfortable, Nicky. I'm in the middle of a show.
What is this show? Oh, this is the fantasy.
Yeah. That's all right, Nick. Nick's cooking the pig tomorrow.
Yeah.
Turkey bowl. We're going to get into turkey bowl. JJ, come on. Sit down. Say hello. JJ Lucchese, guitar player.
Frank Lucchese.
Oh, sorry, Frankie Lucchese. I apologize. I got excited. I got all excited. I'm sorry, Frankie. There he is. Come on down, Jakey. Sit down, say hello. Now, Jakey also is a chef. He's going to be cooking the pig and the briskets, right?
Of course.
I got 3 cigars outside. I'm going to bring cigars all day. Whatever you guys need, you tell me, and I'll be up when you get here. What time are you getting here tomorrow? 6 a.m. So check the set out. Let me know if that spot's good.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay. Do you need me to get anything?
We gotta get charcoal, but we'll get it. Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna get a bunch of cigars, bunch of beers, and I might not even play football for goodness sake. I'd rather cook to be. You guys are right. That's a great idea. Thanks, guys. Hey, sorry. Thanks for being here. Oh, there they are. They're leaving the studio. Isn't that something? Thanks, boys. Thanks for coming by. This is what you do when you have a live show. This is what happens. People come in and go. This is what's exciting about the podcast. This is why, John, we're all over the country, all over the world.
It is.
Right? It's why we're all over the country. So I finished with David. He's down the stretch. Mr. Irrelevant, Matty, at 4-8. Now after beating up on Pat Jr. Again, we talked about Pat Jr. He has an elimination next to his great team name. He dedicated last week to John Beam and this man and that. And what he's a man. He did not disappoint, right? He dedicates the game to his beloved John Beam, who was murdered a week and a half ago. Gave a great speech, dedicated the game. His team's eliminated. It doesn't matter. And he plays his heart out and he wins. So anything about you want to talk about now that the GOAT is eliminated? I have 2 questions, John. Does it clear the field now that we're not worried about Matty beating us? Because I'm sure everybody's worried about it. How do you feel about him being out of it? And do you think it obviously gives you a better opportunity to win? Because Matt's not in. He's the best owner we've ever seen.
Without a doubt. I would say historically, Mikey finds a way to motivate his guys and get hot at the right time, a la the 2012 Giants. You know, it's a team that you just don't want to face at that time. It might not be the strongest team on paper, but you just don't want to play them.
Yeah.
They get hot.
Yep.
They get excited. They know the history of the club. So I would say, based on history, Mikey would be the favorite in that regard.
Yeah.
I like my chances this year. I made a great trade, and if my team performs at a high level, I think we can get there. Ryan is.
Do you really think you can win a championship with that team, John? Let's be
I
real.
don't see
Let's
why
be
not.
honest. Why don't you be honest with our viewers?
Any team can win any week. That's what you see.
I don't see it, John. I don't see it.
Well, this isn't about me at the moment right now.
No, you're right.
But
We're going to get into our matchup.
what you said about Matthew being out is true. It's
Clears
more
the
or less.
field.
It's more or less wide open.
Yeah.
It's more or less wide open. The 1 seed isn't locked down. The buys are not locked down. The 6 teams that are going to be in the playoffs are pretty much locked in. But
John,
there's a lot of things that can happen.
let me ask you a question. You've been in this league how many years?
No idea.
A long time. When did you start? How old were you when you started in the league? Your original owner.
Unsure.
You were like 8 years old? Producer's trying to help us.
I can't say for certainty.
12 years. Johnny,
apparently.
so how old are you now?
I'm 25.
All right. So that's, I can't do, you're 13
years old.
Okay.
That sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So, in your 13 years, we got 2 weeks left in the season, and the seedings aren't set.
Right.
Has it ever gone this late into the year where the 1 seed's not set? We usually always have a runaway.
Yes, it has. This happens almost every year.
Well, no. Maddie was 13-1 last year.
No, was that Maddie last year?
Maddie was 13-1 last year.
And Mikey was 13-1
John, I do my homework
before that.
Come on the show.
Other than the last 2 years, I'd say it's usually pretty open. There's been some dominant performances.
But would you say this is one of the most exciting seasons we've ever had in this?
I would say it's exciting because it's in the moment. You know, you're always excited when you're in the moment. But I would say last year during the same time, I was equally as excited. But how
did you do last year? What happened? Give me. I don't remember. Give me a quick.
Did I lose in the championship last year?
No, no. Andy, who was in the championship last year?
I think it was Andrew. Or was it me?
I don't. Well, I'll go back.
I think it might have been 2 years ago that I lost in the title. I probably lost in the first or second round. Yeah, I lost in the semifinals to Matthew last year.
Oh, okay. And Matty was by far the best team in the league last year.
Correct.
So let me keep going. I talked about David Jr. and how impressed I am with the way his team is finishing up. Pat Jr., we talked at great length about his incompetence, and frankly, we have to do some more analysis. And he won't. So let me get into this. Right, Pat Jr.'s 5-7, continues to slide. He'll be eliminated this week when he loses. He said he would be in studio to speak about all these things and the conversation we had in New York. Right? He said he was going to come here. Before we went live, I received a call from his handlers saying that Mr. Pat Jr. was not available to be in studio, nor was he available to call into the show. Regrettably, this was not a surprise for this host. So I am prepared to move forward with the show when we have Johnny's in studio. I could have other owners in studio. But any thoughts on Pat reneging from being on the show? And frankly, I talked to him at length in New York about the Wonderlic test, and he said he had agreed to take the Wonderlic test, and now he's a no-show again. Any thoughts on that, John?
I would just say, first and foremost, it is very exciting to be here in studio. I feel very grateful. It's a beautiful studio.
Yeah,
the hospitalities, the green room, everything. Yeah. It's great. So thank you for that, first of all.
Of course.
So I don't think that you should take it personally that maybe Pat doesn't want to be here. I think that he, like his fantasy team, he just doesn't show maybe the commitment or the necessity for doing an appearance or calling in or things like that.
I'm not taking it.
He's quit.
John, I'm not taking it personally.
Okay.
I'm worried for the man. I'm worried for him.
This is a man who's walked 15 miles home from Seabright at 4 a.m. He can take care of himself.
You're not worried about his appearance?
No. I saw him last night. He looked fine. Even better after a few whiskeys. And I'm not worried about Pat Jr. whatsoever in that sense.
All right.
In terms of overall well-being.
And let me ask you this. So we already talked about the Wonderlic test, and now he's playing tackle football with no pads and no helmet on.
Yeah, that's a great tradition of Pat. You know, that's something. Some of these owners are very soft. Some of them don't know the game on that physical level. Andrew being one of them, Mikey being one of them. I am definitely one of them who does understand the high level of sport.
Well,
Matthew
awesome
in the 2012
player.
Chargers was dominant.
Pat played against fourth graders
in high school. I'm the only crawl to win a fantasy football. Only crawl to win a flag football championship. So I understand the game on that level. So I think Pat playing tackle football.
I played 3 years in high school.
Yeah. Yes, you did. And And that's an Uncle Gary, but you can see how that pans out.
Don't.
I am not worried about Pat in any way, shape, or form because this is the same thing that happens every year. It's like saying, "Oh, I'm worried about the trees when the leaves get brown."
Okay. Let me just say one. I'm going to say
the leaves fall every year.
I hear you. Let me say one more thing about Pat, and then we'll move on.
Okay.
So I asked him yesterday. I said, "Hey, Pat, happy Thanksgiving. What are you guys doing later?" He didn't even know it was Thanksgiving. He said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Happy Thanksgiving."
I
He
can't
stared
comment on that.
straight ahead at me.
I can't comment on that.
I'm saying we need to get him in studio and do the test.
I think he would pass the Wonderlic. I believe he more or less trades stocks at a high level at a high risk account.
I don't know. We'll get in it. We're gonna, believe me, before the end of this season, we'll have Pat in studio and we will settle.
Is that a guarantee?
Well, listen, I'll go to his house.
Okay.
I'll go to his place of work.
Okay.
I'll bring the whole staff over to the place of work, and we'll set up right there. So let me move on, John.
Okay.
But I am alarmed by his no-show and the late call from his handlers that he can't be here.
It's unfortunate. It's
unprofessional. And let me go to Andy. Andy's at 7-5 after a predictable win this week against UG, who's just an absolute disgrace of an owner.
Who? Uncle Gary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disgraceful.
I mean, it's. Do you want to circle back to my opinion on that? Because
Sure.
This is a man, long driver, who claimed history and championships in the Schulte League, and for it to,
we had Uncle Jay on. He
a lot of things had to fall right in his place to have him in this league.
Yep.
And he was excited. He thought he was ready.
He took it for granted,
It's an
John.
absolute failure.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of European football.
Okay.
Some kids would call it soccer.
Yep.
There is a thing in those leagues where the bottom team is relegated.
Yeah.
So they drop down a tier. It's like if you were in the MLB and you lost a bunch of games and you were in last place, you went to AAA.
That's interesting, John. That's interesting. That's a great thought. And I'm going to ask Maddie about it because Maddie's the person I bounce things off. The kid just is exceptional at his ideas. Are brilliant.
He's a co-host.
He's a co-host. But, John, so what you're saying is an owner like Uncle Gary gets relegated. But what does relegation look like? Does relegation look like the only thing you can do is go on your phone and play in a fake ESPN league?
Well, it's hard to
and
say.
You see how you do in the fake league?
No, I would say it.
What's relegation?
Relegation would be, in this sense, kicked out of the league because there is no league below this in terms of tier. Like, we don't have one where another team could come up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
so it would be like you're kicked out.
Yep. Could we put them in? You know how you go on the ESPN app and you can be in a league with 1 billion people, right? He also says he does so well in those leagues.
That's up to him.
We can put him in that league where he can't hurt anybody.
I said this,
and just monitor how he does.
Well, I said this when I called in a few weeks ago, but I am in full favor of getting Jack Patone back into this league. I don't
know if Jack wants back. I don't know if
he was wrongfully kicked out of the league.
Well,
it was voluntary. It was voluntary.
Let's be clear. He was not kicked out of the league. I wasn't commissioner at the time. It wouldn't have happened if I was commissioner. Let's be real. But he left. Jack wanted out. He might want to come back in, and I would welcome him. We all talked about it.
Yeah.
We'd have to vote on it, obviously. But then you're looking at Uncle Gary, and Uncle Gary's out.
You're looking at Uncle Gary, and you're looking at David, because you have
David's not part.
Can you let me finish my sentence? If you have Uncle Gary being kicked out, you need to do the same with David, because they have been equally shambolic in terms of this league. Equally. I don't care if David has won 2 in a row to get to 4-8.
That's fine.
Uncle Gary just hasn't, and he's still at 2-10. It's tomato.
Okay. So, Andy, again, I'm going to move on from that because I disagree entirely with that statement. Andy 7-5 after a predictable win this week against Uncle Gary, like I said, but now playing for his position and possibly a bye, plays Ryan. And then he plays yours truly, the commissioner. Tough path, but if he wins both, he could get the 1 or 2 seed.
Andrew?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's well. I mean, he really could.
Right.
So interesting. The other 7-5 teams, right? Which Mikey, Cheech, Nipples, all lost and we'll make the playoffs, though, even though you lost last week.
Right.
We'll make the playoffs unless Pat Jr. finds a miracle under a miracle by a tree like Red in Shawshank Redemption, the great Morgan Freeman. Do you ever see that show?
Yes.
Yeah. So if Pat Jr.'s wandering around Red Bank at 4 a.m. and finds a box of money under a tree and then takes a train to wherever he took him to the beach, that's the only chance Pat Jr. has to get in the playoffs. But anyway, there's 7 and 5 teams. I believe the 1 and 2 spot is between myself, Ryan, and Andy, and the 7 and 5s are playing for placement in the first round and beyond, right? I think that's accurate. And then there's Ryan now at 9 and 3, a bounce back beating versus the Nipples. 237, John, 375 to 237.
I would say my team is very much boom or bust. There's really no in between.
Well, Johnny, that doesn't bode well for the playoffs.
I know. I'm just saying, like, I haven't had a 300 week. I either have 375 or I have 235. It's unfortunate. I've had a lot of troubles at the QB too.
Who's your QB2 right now?
Right now, it's Marcus Mariota.
Oh, why is he playing 2 quarterbacks? He's got Mariota. You don't need to play 2 quarterbacks, John.
But I don't have anybody else.
Oh, your team is awful.
Kay Vidal was a great pickup, but he is really slowed down.
I'll tell you what, John. Everybody wants you in the first round.
I gambled on A. Pierce, and he did not bode well.
Yep.
And just things haven't. My team is maybe not the deepest.
Keep the faith on A. Pierce.
There you go. There you go. Our producer likes him.
Andrew likes A. Pierce. I'll do a trade.
I don't. You can't trade.
Either way.
Deadline.
So I am worried about my team. It's looking good that I'll make the playoffs, which is, obviously the goal. But
yeah,
no one really cares.
Make the playoffs.
No one really cares if you make the playoffs and lose in the first round. That's it's not.
I've done it.
Look at that.
I've done
as a
it
failure
almost every year. Yeah. Let's talk 7 and 5's Nipples, Mikey, Cheech, Andy. Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's
7 and 5 teams.
Yeah, 7 and 5 teams. So let's go to the matchups, John. So
Excuse me.
So we're Thanksgiving week. We've seen a host of games already. John, you're already in the red at like 17% because your team stinks against
Amon-Ra was hurt.
against the commissioner. But John, if you could bring out your phone,
Okay.
let's go through the matchups real quick. And
This
when
week?
I get to this, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. This is how aggravated I am. I was gonna have Mikey on, right?
Yeah.
To talk about his matchup. He plays his daddy. Nobody cares about his daddy playing. And that's why I want him out of the league.
L7 next to his name. Mike is projected to lose right now.
Yeah, but he's up to bad spot.
Wait a minute. Maybe I will have him in. John.
Mike's at 37%.
John, let's stay in order. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Let's stay in order, John.
R. O'Dunsey has 5.
Oh, God. Okay, so listen to me. Let's go through the matchups, John.
Okay.
Maddie at 4 and 8 against David Jr. at 4 and 8. Pride on the line.
It's looking like a slaughter.
What do we got? Go ahead.
Matthew.
Well, how many players though? Don't
Matthew's
just say
at 84% win rate, and he has the same amount of players to play, and he's up already 50 points.
Okay, so David had Mahomes did well. Gibbs did 28.5. That's where he got hurt. And
Zay
AJ
Flowers
Brown had
had 3.
87.
Yeah.
Oh, Zay Flowers, I didn't
But
see.
Saquon
Played
didn't
safe.
play well,
And
but
his Lions
he-
D had -2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right. Nobody cares about
It's an
the-
irrelevant matchup.
All right, so Maddie's
He's
looking
looking
good.
good for a consolation thing about John Bean,
Well, let me
which
just
no one really cares
Let me
about, to
tell
be
you a little
honest.
side conversation I had with Maddie. Maddie pulls me aside after dinner last night. I literally wanted to jump off the roof. He's talking about Jacoby Brissett for 45 minutes and how great Jacoby Brissett.
I almost picked him up earlier this
He's
year.
good, but come on. Thanksgiving, you're eliminated, and you got to talk about Jacoby Brissett.
He'll give you 50.
Oh, he's horrible. Anyway, nobody cares about that matchup, but it looks like Maddie's going to go to 5 and 8. David dropped to 4 and 9. Let's go to the next matchup.
Okay.
And John, if you could, I'm going to have you back. I just need you to step out for a second.
You got it, sir.
We're going to have, or do you want to? Well, let's go through. Mike, hold on a second. Stay in the green room. Andy, talk to Mike. Have him in the green room. I'm gonna call him out.
There's plenty of snacks in there.
Yep, plenty of snacks. Big fat.
Very comfortable.
So let's go to a different. Have some Hawaiian rolls. They're great with some turkey. I'm gonna have a little bit more red wine. So let's go to another matchup.
Okay.
Cheech at 7 and 5 versus Pat Jr. at 5 and 7. Huge game for both, obviously.
It's a huge game.
So thoughts, where are we at with that game? Let's
Christian's
take a look
looking good. He's projected 375 right now after a 63 bomb from C. Lamb.
He only has one player playing. Yeah.
Yeah, he's and Pat did not do good with C. Williams or C. Brown. C. Brown did all right.
Pat's team's not bad.
It's still up in the air. C.D. Lamb just had a good game, and so that was up in the air.
Chase Brown had a good game for Patty.
Right.
All right.
Williams didn't do as good as he.
But they only had a couple players playing. So it's hard
I would
to
say
hard
they
to
were
really.
still up in the air, but that's a great. Pat, he's not dead yet. This is a man who has fought in the ring.
That's true.
An online fantasy football game.
Yeah, you're right.
Does not
It's laughable.
coincide with looking another man in the eye and saying, "I'm going to kill you with these hands," and saying, "I do not fear death."
Well,
I will.
And listen, I don't want to get on the UFC tangent.
Okay, I'm
But
just saying that game's up in the air.
I just want to go back to what you said when he gets in the octagon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think did he ever win?
I think he's a 3-2.
I'm just saying, he's staring a guy in the face saying, "I'm going to kill you," and the guy knocks him out in 35 seconds or holds his arm until he taps out. I'm just saying. So I don't know his record, but I'm just saying.
His record is 2-5-0 all time.
Okay.
2 wins, 5 losses. He's on a current MMA streak of 4 losses. So he started off 2-1.
Okay. Well, hey, listen. I'll give him credit for getting in that stupid
Amateur MMA. I mean, that's respect.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. But again, back to why we got to check some things out with him.
Okay.
The last 4 losses might have been catastrophic to the old noggin. So let's go to so it looks like Cheech is going to win.
Cheech is looking good.
It's early.
Dr.
I mean, they didn't play a lot of
players.
players. They didn't play a lot of teams yet, a lot of guys yet. But let's say Cheech wins and Pat's eliminated, then the playoffs basically set, and you're just vying for that spot, right?
Right.
So let's say that Cheech pulls that out, and then you got John Nipples at 7-5.
Can I just say one thing?
Yeah.
Christian gets a lot of hate, and I think it's deserved.
I think Christian gets too much credit.
Okay, yeah, Christian gets a lot of credit. Excuse me, he's a little bit overrated.
You said he gets a lot of hate.
Well, he's been called Dr. Average a lot. I think Matthew was kind of leading that parade of saying Christian is great. Christian is great.
That's true.
Which when it's coming from the GOAT,
you're gonna
you take it with a pinch of salt, but you take it.
Yeah.
Drake May, maybe the best pick of the whole draft.
I continue to not believe in Drake May.
I think he went out to the Patriots training camp down in New Bedford. He ran into a couple boys down in the docks and said, "Hey, you guys,
how do you feel about
the
Drake
chemistry of this team?"
Wow.
And he did a good joke and talked about his thesis, which then they said, "Okay, get out of here, creep." But he still went with Drake May, and he's paid off very well.
I tell you what, I'm gonna have Christian's not here tonight.
No.
His lovely bride to be is here, but Christian couldn't make it. He had another engagement. But I want to talk to Christian about what you just said, how he's overrated, underrated. But I'll tell you something else, and I'm not going to get into this. I'll get into it after I go. Mommy says I got to go listen to give his thesis argument or whatever that is.
Yes, thesis defense.
How long is that? Do you know how long that is?
I would say at least an hour.
I can do an hour, but if it's one of those dance competitions, if it's a dance competition that goes on for 3.5 hours,
I would say he talks about his thesis, his research, and then gets fielded questions by his panel.
Okay.
And you can watch it. I don't know how
can
long
I ask
it would
a question?
be. You can.
Okay. All right.
I think they probably vet the question.
I think our season will. Well, I might have a special Christmas episode just to talk about that and have him in.
I think that would
or maybe down in Florida.
I'm not a producer, but I don't think that's a good idea.
Maybe down in Florida during the meetings, the ownership meetings,
we
can talk about it. Maybe we'll talk.
I don't really think.
I'll tell you what, we'll talk about it if it goes well. No way.
I don't think there's really any need to talk about that.
I know I want to have Christian on just to explain it because a lot of people don't know.
I don't think really people care.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you one more question on Christian because it'll literally drain the energy out of the building. If he passes this thing, right, and that's a big if. He's been in school for 15 years, for goodness sake. If he passes this thesis thing, does he have the audacity to change his team name to like Dr. Cheech or some shit like that?
Yes.
I think so too. I think you're right.
I think he would, and it wouldn't really make a difference in terms
No.
of his fantasy. But I will say this about Christian. He puts in the work, and he's an owner that was on the chopping block because he was an expansion team. David always, excuse me, David, can I swear?
Some depends what you're
What
going
about
to
a
say.
B?
Bitch?
Yeah.
You can say bitch.
So
Yeah.
David has been bitching and moaning for 2 years saying, oh, I was about to draft with Christian, and then Christian got his own team.
He was. That's true, though.
And it's like, oh my God, kill me, Dave. Shut up about that. And
No, but it's true.
So then Christian has proven himself, but he didn't even know that he was going to have a team. And he's been
John, you're looking at it
in
wrong.
the playoffs.
You're
He's
looking
been consistently okay.
John, you're looking at that wrong. Yeah, okay. You listen. You're looking at this wrong. I look at that to say David had the intelligence to say, listen, Christian knows something about the game. Let me get him as a GM. And then Christian, like the backstabber that he is, turns around and starts his own team.
That is not what happened. You weren't even there that day.
I was there.
You weren't even in the league then.
Yes, I was.
Were you?
I've been in the league just long.
Okay, well, either way,
right.
It shows that David is not capable of having his own team.
No, it shows.
Can we get quiet on the set,
no,
please?
it shows. Well, you're talking about stuff that heats people up.
Christian was going to be on David's panel. You can say, okay, good move, bad move, whatever. David can't handle it.
No, so
Christian would have been the main guy. Because clearly he knows what he's doing.
So, John, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
I own the New York Yankees, right? Hypothetical. I own the New York Yankees. Mm-hmm. I hire a great GM, and we win 5 championships. That makes me look good. That means I know how to hire talent to do the job they need to do. That's all David was doing, saying, listen, I can't commit everything to this. I need someone. I need another set of eyes. Well,
it's not relevant.
You don't understand. It's
not relevant because this is a one-man thing.
No, it's not. We're telling Pat Jr. to get a partner. We're telling Uncle Gary.
I'm against that.
All right, well, that's a whole separate. We're gonna get. You got me sidetracked.
Christian
John.
Gets respect, maybe a little bit too much.
I don't think Christian
but
gets
David
respect.
has been shambolic for 3 years. Fact. Fact.
Okay.
Has he had a winning record?
I don't know. I'll go back and look at it.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back and look.
It's not as bad as Uncle Gary, but it's bad.
But it's nowhere near Uncle Gary.
It's one tier above Uncle Gary in terms of.
Okay. How are you gonna? Okay. I'm almost there. All right. So now
snacks. There's Hawaiian.
So let me. Hawaiian. That's right. So Nipples, John. Johnny brought up this other subject because he's avoiding what is next.
What?
Nipples at 7-5, playing Uncle Dave. Yours truly at 8-4.
Yeah.
Nipples is trending towards the 6th.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I would say
Uncle Dave, the commissioner, is trending towards the
1 seed.
I've won 6 straight.
That's amazing.
Right, 6 straight.
You were 2-4.
And John, let me give the world an update.
Okay.
And this tells you why you're going off on a tirade about other owners and avoiding the subject of this matchup.
Well, it was above
you're at 11,
on the list.
John,
so
you're
I
at
was
11.
Talking about the thing that was on the list.
John, if you talk over the host, I can't have you. You're at 11% on a Friday afternoon.
It's unfortunate. Amon-Ra St. Brown,
and
Nipples legend, got hurt and throws up a goose egg. Good performance by D Swift. Yep. Okay by Jay Hertz. And okay by Jay Jacobs.
I'll tell you what, though, John.
So it's okay.
I'll tell you what, though,
anything can happen.
If Pat paid an inkling of attention to this league, I think you're out of the playoffs and he's in. He's a better team.
Disagree.
Okay, well, I'm just telling you.
Well, I'll just say I texted Pat, you're all good, your lineup is set, when he played me and didn't set a lineup, and I think he might have believed it.
That sounds like...
I'm sick to my stomach.
I texted Pat and said his lineup was all good. No need to check it. And then he had somebody in the IR on his team, and he gave me the win.
You bring that up, John. When I had that meeting with Pat in New York City, his kicker was on a bye week. And what day was that party? It was a Saturday morning, right? It was a Saturday morning party in Midtown. I don't want to get into that. So I'm up top with Pat, and I said, Pat, your kicker has a bye. Can you change your kicker? And he looks, and he just stares at me. He doesn't do anything. I'm like, you have the app on your phone. Take your phone out.
The app's tough to work.
So he has the app. Right? Mm-hmm. So I'm watching him do the thing on the app, and like 2 minutes later, I go back. I'm like, Pat, your kicker's still in your lineup. He's like, I forgot. So then he goes in for 5 seconds, changes his kicker.
Nice. What is the point of the story?
The point is, I don't think Pat has the capacity right now. And now you brought up the last 4 matches were beatdowns. I don't know if I think Pat needs some help. Is all I'm saying.
It's a good point. Look, if
I'm saying.
Pat had the ability, and he had
To open the
good
app.
team.
Yeah.
He does have a good 7-5 conversation.
Pat has
without
a
a doubt.
good team.
He would have been in the 7-5 conversation.
No doubt about it.
And sometimes
He was 5-1.
you can handle it. Sometimes you can't.
Yeah,
I'm happy that I'm 7-5.
Yep, he was 5-1. All right, so game of the week, which I would call the game of the week, no doubt. Ryan at 9-3 versus Andy at 7-5.
Let me see the score on this one.
And if Andy wins and I win, wow. Then we're looking at
It's
fight for the one seed.
One league.
I'll be
one
tied
game.
with Ryan.
Wow.
Tied with Ryan.
Yeah,
He has more points.
Right now, it's looking like TJ's wee bigger than Maddie's is at 73%.
Let me say my name last time.
And
I'll tell you,
it's wide open because they both had 2 players.
And I'll tell you, I'm going to say something a little bit controversial.
Rashi Rice, former nipple.
I'm going to say something a little controversial.
Okay.
If Lamar doesn't play well and Derrick Henry doesn't play well, you have to make a trade or a change. And Ryan, I'm saying before the trade deadline, Ryan did nothing to improve his team was great early on, but when you see Lamar's hurt and he's not himself, you watch the games, he's not himself, you have to do something, and he did nothing, and now he's going to suffer and he's going to lose the 1 seed to me.
I didn't even realize Smith Najigba was the number 1 ranked
receiver. He's unbelievable. Yeah. So anyway,
who's the quarterback on the Seahawks?
It's Sam Darnold.
Wow.
Who's having a great year.
I can't believe he's been that good because I had him a few years ago.
Hawaiian rolls. Everyone's eating Hawaiian rolls. So, John, let me. Why don't you take a sidestep out here? You come back in a minute. I want to talk to Mikey.
Okay.
He's in studio. He's waiting patiently in the green room.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for John. We'll have you back. I just want to talk to Mikey about his matchup and maybe talk a little bit. He's been listening in from the green room. I'll do rapid fire with John. Let's get Mikey in studio. Mikey, welcome.
Hey, Dave, thanks for having me.
Hey, nice for being here. All right. So you and I haven't seen eye to eye for a while now, Mike. And can you come on camera? Do you see the camera? So, Mike, you and I haven't seen eye to eye in a while. In fact, I think there's been a little tension in our relationship. And part of that has to do with the Saturday morning party in Midtown.
It was
Which I don't
amazing.
know. It was a good party, but whatever. Let's talk a little bit about your matchup, but let's talk more specifically about your daddy. Right? There is going to be a big vote. He's 2-10. He's 11-29. There's going to be a huge vote. And now Uncle Jay already told us he stinks in the other league, too. You saw that in episode whatever it was, 15. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me what you think about what this league should do. Right? We're all about competitiveness, and we want this year is one of the best years we've ever had as far as teams being in it. Give me some of your thoughts, Mike. You've been an original member just as Johnny has. Give me some of your thoughts on what we should do with a 2-10 failure again from your daddy.
Well, I have 2 things to say on that. I actually agree with what John said, that if you're going to talk about removing UG, my father, from the league, you have to look into other owners. David has 2 more.
Well, all right. Let me just stop you for a second.
Okay.
First off, we're not going to kick out 5 members of the right. We're not going to do. We might look at it and say, hey, by the way, after this year, because of what we did here with this owner, you're on high alert to maybe be analyzed and get some perspective of should we do something with you next year, or what did Johnny call it? You be relegated.
Well,
But you know what I'm saying? We're not kicking 2 members out for a year. It's not happening.
My second point was that you have to have bad teams. If everybody was good, it wouldn't be as fun. You need to have bad teams. Someone look up for me. When was the last time the Pittsburgh Pirates won a World Series? It's got to be like 60, 50 years ago. Some teams are just bad. Like every year there's going to be good teams, there's going to be bad teams. It happens to be David and my dad for the last couple of seasons. Do I think he's going to turn it around?
So I just want to tell you right now. Stop comparing David's record to your dad's record. They're not close in history. They're not. Your dad's 11-29.
And what's David?
He's better than 11-29. I can assure you of that. My producer's looking it up.
Like I said.
But all right, so listen. If we want to talk about other owners, and let's throw David in there, and let's throw who else is awful.
That's pretty bad.
Pat's pretty awful. But Pat starts 5-1, and then Pat's awful because he loses interest or focus.
That was my second point. John said
David never loses focus.
Yeah.
I can say your dad.
He's even worse, you could argue.
Yeah, well, that's yeah, but no, I give more value. Wait, our producer's giving us the number. Go ahead.
15-26.
Not much. All right, better. So it's close. It's close.
So I don't think either team should be removed. Like I said, there's gonna be good owners.
So all right, so I'm gonna cut to the chase here. If we have a vote to get your daddy out of the league, let's say he loses next week as well, and he ends up 2-12. You're saying no, I don't want him out of the league.
No, because his team's just bad. He ain't winning more games because his team's actually he might beat me this week. But
that's true.
He gets Joe Burrow back.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, his
team is
he's
so
not
bad.
good at
His
fantasy
team is
football.
so bad.
I don't see him winning the championship probably ever.
So let me ask you this though, right? So let me ask you this. No, he'll never win a championship.
Neither will Pat.
Never.
Neither will Pat. Neither will John.
Pat can win it. Pat can win. Pat can win a championship.
Pat can win a championship. No.
You don't think Johnny can ever win a championship?
Never.
John, small.
Why?
Chance,
Why do you say that?
2 championships these last 4 years.
Yeah, he's been in 2 championships.
He won't win. He's not a winning manager.
Okay. All right. Okay.
No, John could win. But I wouldn't see it coming.
Okay.
Pat will not win.
All right. So let's talk specifically about your matchup now.
Yeah.
So you're 8-5. You're right. Let's say
8-5?
no. If you win this week, you'll be 8-5.
Oh yeah.
Let's look at the matchup real quick. So you're at 37%, Mike.
I had a really bad game for Tuesday.
Horrible.
He started off so good this year.
I know. I like him.
And he's just been bad.
And I'll tell you what, your dad getting Burrow back at 42. He loves Ferguson.
Goff had a good game.
Goff had a good game, Ferguson. But look, Mike, if you can't beat this team,
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Jr. might not play. But he's got to look at that. Aaron Jones Sr. Genty's horrible because the team's horrible. I think
RJ
Genty's
Harvey
good.
restricted 37.7 points.
RJ Harvey. How does he? No.
That's what it just says. 37.7
I know. I
points.
see it. How is that?
Oh, right. Dobbins is out.
Oh, okay. All right.
Listen, my team has not been
First, Mike, let's go through it. Your team, I think, stinks. And what I said about your team earlier, a couple episodes ago, if you get any injury at the running back, it's over. You can't win a game.
Yeah, no.
Right? So you have Bucky, or is Bucky Irvin playing this week?
Yeah, he's playing.
Okay. Dowdle crashed back to earth. He's fine. Alave stinks, and he's in your lineup.
Olave does not stink.
He stinks.
He's a ninth receiver in the league.
Why would you play Olave? Oh, London's out.
I've had a chance to draft.
Well, I traded for Drake London. He had
And
16 and
Cam
53.
Ward should not be in the lineup.
I had this gut feeling it Cam Ward this week.
Okay, I appreciate that. And you're playing your daddy. You think you can?
I'm trying to get cute. I'm playing around.
I don't have a problem with that. All right. So tell me how this plays out.
Listen, I think I'm gonna win an ugly one here, like a 276 to 268 ugly win. It'd be funny. 268 would be probably my dad's best week of the year.
I know.
Yeah, Odunze hurts. Pickens had a solid game. Touchdown would have been great. I think I squeak out a close win. But the way it looks, I'm in the playoffs. Whether it's
Yeah.
I'm not going to be 1 or 2.
No.
So I won't have a bye.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can try to avoid the top teams. But right now, let's just get to a playoff spot and see what happens. Let's get hot at the right time.
But if you lose this week, that puts you in a bad bracket in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, listen,
Yeah.
I'd rather be the 3 seed, 100%.
Yeah.
But anything can happen.
So if Johnny's going to lose, so that helps you as far as seeding. Everybody wants to play John in the playoffs. This team's horrible. They want to play you or John. I'll be honest with you.
If I lose and John loses, then I think that put me at the 5 seed. Because then Christian would go to.
Well, let's just dive into what we have left, right? No, we'll count this week as something that we have left, right? So Ryan plays Andy this week. We know Andy's looking good, but it's early. I mean, that can go either way. I'm not going to get into that. And then Ryan plays you. So if Ryan loses those 2 games, guess what? Who's the 1 seed? The commissioner's the 1 seed. Andy plays Ryan, and he plays me to finish, which will be exciting next week. I don't know if it'll matter for It might not matter for Andy as far as his seeding. But it might matter for me getting the. Well, no, I'll probably be. If I win this week, I'm locked to 1 or 2 seed. I think that's yeah.
No. If you win and Andrew loses, then you're guaranteed. If you win and Andrew wins, because Andrew has more points than you.
What's Andrew's record? Oh, if he beats me at the last week of the season.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
If you win and Andrew loses, then you are locked in for a 2 seed. I think.
Yeah, I am. Okay, so let's go. Nipples has me, and he's not looking good. His team's not that good. And then he has Cheech, but Johnny's going to be the 6th seed. I think that you can. I think we can throw Johnny in the 6th seed and not worry
I
about
think
it.
I'm probably going to end up being the 5, unless I think if I win one of my next 2 weeks, I'll be 4.
Who drops the 5?
Either way, if I'm 4 or 5, I think I'm going to end up playing Christian. I think it's going to be me and Christian in the first round matchup.
Yeah. Cheech plays Pat Jr. and Johnny, which he could win both those games, frankly. He's looking good, I think, right against Pat. Yeah, Pat's at 18%. And any thoughts on Johnny mentioned it earlier, Drake May. Johnny thinks he went to the facility and talked to the team before the year. Christian lives up there.
Christian's a what you would call the trendy or sharp fantasy manager, and he goes for the trends. And I like Drake May this year. I think he picked him earlier than I would have been comfortable with, but it ends up being a really, really good pick, and he's probably, like John said, one of the best picks of the draft so far.
That's crazy. He keeps. I mean,
he's good. He's really good.
I keep wanting to just say he's not going to do it, and every week he shows up. He plays the Giants this week, and their defense is awful on Monday night.
It's a good matchup.
So I mean, they should. He should have another good week.
I just looked. Josh Allen plays the Bengals next week. That's nice.
Oof.
That's good for me.
Good one. And who do you play next week?
Ryan. But nope. That was on a bye. I got to start
Who do you start?
It's either Devin Neal or Rashad White, and I have Rashad White and Bucky Irving, my 2 running backs.
Such a bad. Oh, that is such a bad. That is so bad. All right. So I play Nipples and I play Andy. Right. Everybody knows that. I'm beating up on Johnny early. So after this week, Mike, look at what I have on the board, Mike, and you tell me what you think. This is what I see. Your daddy's 2-11. Nobody cares. David's 5-8. Right. But David and Maddie can flip flop. Either one's 5-8, right? Doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
One of them's 5-8. One of them's 4-9. Pat Jr. dead 5-8. I think he's out. He's out of the playoffs if he loses, obviously. Do you think I win 7 straight? Has anybody ever won 7 straight? Well, Maddie was 13-1. So
Yeah,
sure he
I was
did.
13-1. I think I was 13-1 as well one year.
I don't think you were 13-1, man.
Who beat you though?
John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, 7 straight's pretty.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's
crazy,
really
right?
good. Really good. You've been playing really well lately.
So I'll get to 9-4, but I'll say I don't want to talk about my team that much because I talk about other people's teams, but my team is I would just call it consistent. It's just everybody scores 40-something, and then you throw in a Jonathan Taylor with a 150.
It helps when your son who's eliminated and trade you Jonathan Taylor.
First off, that trade.
That was a fair trade. That's a fair trade. That's a fair trade. That's a fair trade.
And Taylor had that great week, and then he has been great.
No, your team's good. I really think if I'm gonna be.
So wait a minute. So let me go. So
go ahead.
I think you go to 8-5 if you win.
And
right? But you're in trouble. You're in a little bit of trouble, right?
Like I said, I don't think.
I mean, anything in that. You're going to beat your daddy. Come on.
I'm either going to end up being the 4 seed or the 5 seed. It looks like.
Let's say you win. You go to 8-5. Andy's at 8-5. Cheech is at 8-5.
Yeah.
Nipples 7-6. Ryan clinches the playoff spot. Goes to 9-4. Even though Ryan and I both already clinched the playoff spot.
Yeah, you did.
So that's over. So Ryan at that point would still be the 1 seed. I would be a solid 2 seed.
Okay.
Right? I think you don't think I don't knock it up to Andy. What?
Why do you got to put solid there just to?
That's because I'm talking about my team.
Okay.
Then it would be here would be the order. 1-2 seed is me, Mikey 3 or 4, right? Is that what you think?
If me and Andy, if Andy wins and I win and Christian wins, I think it stays the same way.
Yeah. So Johnny's the 6.
Yeah.
Who's the 3?
If I win, I think I stay.
Well, Andy could be the 3 instead of you.
If Andy wins, he's 3.
Yeah.
If I.
So Andy would play Nipples. Andy would.
There's a lot of things that could happen.
Yeah.
I think you and you and Ryan are most likely 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But Andy can still win 2.
I know.
I don't think anyone else except for Andy can win the 2 spot. It looks like
exactly. Yeah.
And I think me, Christian, and Johnny could potentially all flop between 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Well, Johnny's going to lose this week though, so he can't.
Okay, so
yeah.
there's a lot that needs to happen. That it's so hard to do these.
So all right, so just let's wrap it up. Let's tell me who give me your order. Who plays who in the first round of the playoffs?
I think you and Ryan have buys.
Yep.
And I think that it's then would be Andrew and Johnny would be 3 and 6, 3-6 matchup, and I think me and Christian would be the 4th. That is looking like the most likely to me.
Wow. You don't want to play Christian first round.
I would rather play Christian than Andrew.
Yeah, but you want to play John. You want to play Nipples.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to get to the 3 spot to play John.
Yeah. So you'd play. That's a great. I'll tell you what.
Honestly
I'll tell you what. Those are 2 great matchups.
I don't think like John.
Those are 2 great matchups. Andy and Johnny against my team. Literally a death match, and you and Cheech. And well, you're running backs, Mike. You are teetering on death.
But right now, if they're healthy in the playoffs, if you tell me I have Rico Dowdle and a healthy Bucky Irving, I'm happy with that in the playoffs.
That's the worst running backs to ever make a playoff in the history of fantasy football.
I'm totally
so
cool
don't
with
tell
that.
me you're comfortable with that.
I'm comfortable
let me ask you a question, Mike. With those backs, you're comfortable playing CMC and Jonathan Taylor in the second round of the playoffs?
Well, I mean, I'd rather have Simpson Jonathan Taylor, obviously. What am I going to do here?
Don't compare.
I also have Josh
your
Allen.
running backs are laughable, Mike, and you should be ashamed of yourself. That's what I think.
You're starting Tyler Shock, by the way.
Who?
Is that how you say his last name? Tyler Shock? Tyler Shock, you're starting right now.
No, and I'll tell you why. I hate him.
Okay, you.
Matty said he got a feeling.
He's 4'9".
He said he got a feeling. And listen, let's be real. I'm at 89%.
Yeah.
I'm playing the Nipples. His team's awful.
I'm playing Cam Ward. I think he's never good for
Well, same thing.
He's got good matchup.
All right, so Mike, thanks for. Have you ever been in studio?
I think
yeah.
No, maybe once. I don't know.
Anyway, thanks for coming in, John. Thanks for coming in. I just want to go now. We have a huge. Is that a sponsor? Did you?
No, I just got a little tummy ache for a big game tomorrow, so I had a little ginger ale. I had a bacon cheddar mac and cheeseburger before, and it did not sit well.
You should have a Hawaiian roll. Makes you feel better. Settles your stomach. So, Mike, we have a huge weekend. It was a great Thanksgiving celebration, but it might be the biggest day of the year, other than our playoffs and our championship. 25th season. I've missed 1 year. 25th season of the Turkey Ball. It's amazing, right? So tell me how you think tomorrow plays out, Turkey Bowl 25.
Well, I was talking to Dave when I got here. I said we didn't plan much, and we both kind of agreed maybe it's good because we usually spend about 3 months prior talking about the quarterback, drawing up plays, and then same thing, we lose coming third every year.
Yeah.
So maybe this year we just kind of not make it a big deal, and we show up and we just ball out and we try to get some wins.
I love that. I love that attitude. Let me ask you a question. And it's tough for me even to get the words out. I'll be honest with you. I'm emotional about it. Some might say I'm at the tail end of my career, right? Some might say. We threw the football around today. I felt electric. I put my Kenny Stabler authentic jersey on. Give me your impression of, or what your thoughts are. How many years do you think? How much gas I got in the tank, Mike?
You're running on E.
Oh.
Hey, you can still drive though.
That's true.
Get your mate at bay. No, is that 15 miles?
So what do you think? Talk to me about. So is this my last year, Mike? I got a 2-year contract.
I mean, I think
I'll be 60 next year. I wanted to play till I was 60 and then hang it up unless somebody picked me and wanted me back. But tell me, I want your opinion, Mike. You have no relevance on the team. You have no vote on the team. I'm the captain. I own the team. Tell me what you think.
I think that if we can have a game plan where we're not all running 30-yard fly routes, just say 5-yard hitches and corner and out routes, I think we could be okay. I think we just got to get going early and I think a big switch is we set David at safety, and I think that wasn't a good idea. Now he's going to guard the wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll take the wide receiver 2. Or Mark
What
take
about the 2-man rush now? You saw that, right?
No, I like that. I like that
too.
So I
do
think
too.
teams were kind of manipulating that, and it wasn't
Well, it
really
opens up my
fair.
passing lanes, too.
Yeah,
It opens up my passing lanes.
Kind of teams will be able to manipulate that, and I don't think it's really fair.
Well, they sat back. 3 guys sat
Yeah, it's
back.
kind of. I don't think that's fair. And I like the rules that you have to have 2 and 2.
Yep.
So yeah, I think
But you're happy with the QB1 right now. What's the talk in the locker room about QB1 right now?
John.
No, I'm QB1 right now.
Yeah, let's see. I don't know. I'd see. I haven't seen you throw the ball. I haven't. John said your arm was hurt.
All right.
before.
Wait a second. Who did I throw to? Johnny or Andy? Yeah. Who was there? Andy, Mike, I'm going to ask you. I appreciate you coming on. I'm going to have Andy on real quick, talk about Turkey Bowl.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll get you quick. Yeah. I want to talk to you. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for coming on. Yep. Andy, come on in. And we just want to, hey, Andy, we're over an hour here. It's a special episode of Thanksgiving week. I just want to set the record straight. So Mike said I got no gas in the tank or very little gas in the tank. I want your thoughts on that comment, but I also want you to tell the world how I was slinging it earlier, getting ready for Turkey Bowl.
First off, thanks, Dave. It's good to be back in the studio. It's been too long.
Mm-hmm.
That wine looks beautiful, bold and full body.
Yeah, duck horn back.
And I just want to say, if I could describe your passes, it looked like I was back on the couch watching Kenny Stabler on the TV.
There you go. How about that? I love it. The Snake. His nickname was the Snake.
It was
great. The Snake, yeah.
It looked. There was zip.
Yeah.
The deep balls even looked great, which is very rare. And we just had a nice PT session here, ready to go.
I appreciate it. So you think I got a year or two in me?
A year. I don't
you
know.
Think this is the end? You think this is the end? Do you think this is it? Tell me. I'm okay.
No, I'd say next year's your last.
Okay, my swan song is next year.
Yeah, and it'll be a full retirement tour. Right. It'll be like, Michael Jordan on the Wizards.
It'll be crazy. It'll be crazy. It won't be a dry eye in the house.
I know how hard you work on your body year to year, so I don't see a reason why you wouldn't be back next year.
Exactly. You have to stay ahead of it. And so it's discipline is what it is.
As your head personal trainer, I mean, I see it day in and day out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think I'm working hard, and you're running circles around me in the gym, so it's just like...
Right. Okay. Andy, thanks for coming on. We're going to have Johnny Crawl. Johnny's going to come on. Thanks, Andy. Great job. Good luck tomorrow. We're going to have Johnny on for a little bit of a speed round. We're over our time, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. John, welcome back. Any thoughts on anything you've listened to in the green room? You want to comment on Turkey Bowl 25? I'm listening.
Very excited for Turkey Bowl 25. I think there's an aura of positivity around our team, which is not often seen. We'll see how the first games go, but I think however many years you want to play is how many you will.
I appreciate that.
Because it's
I'm thinking 5 more.
Mind over matter. Exactly. And it's consistency, it's leadership.
Point. If you don't stay on top of things, you don't stay ready to play. And I've tried to stay in game shape, game ready shape, and that's why I'm still around.
Yeah,
and that's why the other players my age have fallen by the wayside.
I mean, Greg Elminger quit 10 years ago?
At least he got thrown off his own team.
John Healy,
Healy's irrelevant.
He didn't play in the last 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give a shout out to Mike Balsamo Sr. I feel like he still could, but he's
a coward.
He left the game before the game left him, and you have to respect that.
That's true. And it's Dave Healy. John Healy's the son.
Is it Dave Healy?
Yeah. John Healy's the son.
I thought it was John Sr.
Oh, all right. No. Maybe you're right.
Nah, it was probably Dave Healy. I just know Mr. Healy.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Healy.
Sorry, Dave. I'm sorry, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I'm a little bit like Mikey though. I was I'm dealing with a little bit of a plantar fasciitis issue.
I heard.
I've been offshore, so I'm still getting my land legs back in, and I'm a little nervous. I can't lie. So
about tomorrow?
Yeah, and I gotta keep it dry ginger ale.
There you go. Mikey had a Schweppes, but that's not a sponsor.
No, this is an official sponsor, Schweppes. We have no relation to Schweppes. Canada Dry, great for the stomach.
Yep.
Great for the nerves.
You got it? All right. So, John, this is something that we've done. We've enjoyed a little bit of a speed round.
Okay, hold on.
Are you ready? And if my producer has any questions, I have a couple. But
What was Maddie's? He said 9/11 or something?
No. Okay, well, you want to start with that one?
No. I was just remembering what a famous one was.
Favorite natural disaster?
He said, yeah. What did he say?
Pearl
He
Harbor.
said Pearl Harbor.
So, John, favorite natural disaster?
Favorite natural disaster, is that in terms of one event or like the actual one?
Favorite
Well, my favorite
Hurricane Katrina.
my
natural
favorite
disaster.
would be a hurricane because I'm a surfer and I like when hurricanes come in and they bring good waves to surf. If I have to say one in particular, Hurricane Harvey.
Okay, that was pretty bad. It's recent, pretty bad. Wiped out Jamaica, didn't it? Okay, Handy. My producer is giving me the next question. Favorite, and now this is worldwide. Doesn't have to be.
Okay.
Favorite political assassination.
Oh, that's an easy one. I'm gonna say this is twofold, threefold maybe, and they all have 3 letters in them.
Okay.
And the ones who orchestrated the attacks all also have 3 letters in them. Ready?
Go ahead.
MLK, RFK, JFK, all orchestrated and executed by the CIA.
Wow. All right.
And you can do your research. The CIA sold crack. And
Okay. All right. That's a great answer, by the way. All right, John.
there are pedophiles in the highest rank of the United States government.
Okay. Favorite. If you had to be placed in history at any point in time, any year, any decade, any point in time, what point in time would you be placed in history?
Can I give 2 answers?
You give it 100.
So I'd say my answers are twofold. I would say the 1960s, the era of love, hippies, and all that. That would have been beautiful.
That was your first?
That's my first answer.
Okay.
If you're thinking like a cool modern answer, like I would have loved to see the Beatles, see the Doors,
Go to Woodstock.
Yeah,
I hear you. I don't
experiment with LSD.
Well, I don't
and things of that nature.
Okay.
But then on a personal note, I would say, pre-1400s North America, to see how
the American Indians,
the indigenous peoples lived in this land and what it actually looked like. Old growth forests.
I couldn't agree. That's a
savannas
great
and
answer.
grasslands, and to see what happened before the devastation of the colonialization.
Colonization. Okay, you said
Agreed.
Didn't you say 3? Didn't you say 3?
No, I said 2.
Okay. All right, this is a good one.
If we're throwing out a third,
go ahead.
I mean, if I had like unlimited lives and could go back, like I said, 1960s, like that would be dope because like hippies.
That's your first one, yeah.
And then my other one would be pre-colonial there to see what it was like, and then to see the mindscape of 1940s Vietnam, like Japan, like the Pacific Theater.
Vietnam was 1950s and 60s. What are you talking about?
World War II, the Pacific Theater.
Oh, okay.
To see what those men
that
went
would be
through
amazing.
would be like. I would be interested to see what that would be like, life and death,
altering, yeah.
every single day, and it's just hell. War is hell, and it's orchestrated by the rich and it's fought by the poor.
Okay, all right.
13 Illuminati families.
Least favorite state.
Least favorite state in the United States. That's a good question.
John, it's speed round. Speed round, John.
Wisconsin.
Really?
It offers nothing.
No, you're wrong. Wisconsin's a beautiful state. There's great golf up there. That's fair. That's fair.
Wisconsin.
All right, Wisconsin. It's a bad answer, but that's fine. John, you're a lobsterman, right?
It's not as good as Michigan. That's why I picked Wisconsin.
It's much better than Michigan, but that's fine. As a lobsterman, a seafarer, what's your favorite seafood?
Raw scallop.
Yeah. What's your least favorite seafood?
Cooked scallop. No, I'd say my least favorite seafood would probably be shrimp cocktail.
Okay, John, we'll finish with a controversial one. And it seems like I already know your answer. What's your favorite war?
Great question.
Wow.
Speed round. Nobody does the speed round. Favorite war, John?
Well,
Maddie said Vietnam, I think, right? Which was a
favorite war.
Favorite war. And I mean that in the context of I like reading about it. I like learning about it. Obviously, no one loves war or likes war. Well, I shouldn't. Well, some people do actually, but I mean it in that context.
French and Indian.
I think we already got that answer before. Spanish American, I think we got. Christian gave Spanish American.
Pearl Harbor was his favorite natural.
Well, that's I know.
Can we keep it quiet in the green room, please?
My producers.
Oh, Japanese are natural.
My producer's going crazy. So, John, anything else before we wrap up? Episode 17, believe it or not.
Super happy to be
2
in
weeks
studio.
left in the season, John. Give me your final prediction. Give me who wins first round of playoffs, who's second round, who's in the championship, and then we'll sign off. Longest episode of the year.
I would say I want myself to be in there. So I'm going to say I think
Who do you
what
play?
I want to happen is me versus Ryan.
Okay, that's not gonna happen.
Because I can win that.
You mean in the championship?
Yes, in the championship.
Okay, so tell me how we get there.
Ryan beats whoever in the second round, and I beat whoever.
It's not.
I don't know what.
I'm asking you, what's the playoff
Okay.
looks like, and how do we get the?
Okay. I'm the 6th seed, right?
Let's.
I beat. Okay.
John.
I beat Drew in the first round,
Nice.
and then, Christian beats Mike. I beat Ryan, and Christian beats you. And it's actually I forget
it's
my
you
answer.
and
Me versus
Christian.
Christian in the finals, easy win. The Battle of New England.
I'd lose to who, Chris?
Christian. Damn it. But if that doesn't happen, what I would want to happen would be UD versus Andrew.
And one more question, real quick. And it's
With Andrew winning.
It's a controversial question because that coward of an owner, Mikey, split the winnings with Maddie before the game was over. Would you split the championship winnings prior to the game being played?
Yes.
Really?
Well, I wish I had that option when I was in the 2 championships that I was the last 4 years.
Yeah, but you don't announce it before.
But I wish that I had that opportunity because I missed out on a lot of dough.
I know.
Can I shout out my band?
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out Mango Catch Collective. Follow us on Instagram at mango.catch.collective. Album coming soon. A lot of shows coming soon. Shout out James_Crawl Photography as well.
Yeah.
And stay safe out there and have a good
All right.
holiday season. Super blessed.
Great. Good luck tomorrow in Turkey Bowl, John.
Cheers.
I'm sure you'll do well. Good luck with that plantar fasciitis.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody, for being in studio. Mikey, thanks for joining in. Johnny, thanks for being here. Andy, thanks for co-producing. Episode 17 is a wrap. We'll see you next week. Love you, boys. Take care.